And this is once again why you see me so fucking upset when I see the word fucking brown and minority and Hispanic and all that shit in there, because we are the center of the conversation, but somehow shit don't ever get done for us.
That's how it always goes, man.
So y'all can, if you don't like it, I'm sorry. We notice to unsubscribe sometimes. Hey, do what's good for you. But every week we gonna call this shit out.
Shock poll: Biden approval down to 38. Kamala Harris support craters to 28%.
No,
I wonder why.
Kamala's wonderful. I don't know how she's tanking in the polls. I don't understand.
It doesn't make sense, does it?
And Biden's just a gracious president.
We even gotta read that article because we know what they're gonna say in the article. They're gonna make every excuse.
No, you know what I heard? Kamala Harris, the reason why her polls are so bad is because of sexism and misogynist people.
Yeah, we won't get to that too.
So men are the ones the reason why Kamala Harris is tanking in the polls, and I guarantee you it's a whole bunch of women that say, I don't fuck with that hoe.
Now look at this. Kamala Harris, a 2024 problem for the Biden and the Democrats. I've been telling y'all they don't want. I remember I said one time, I said, look, they keep bringing up Kamala's percentage. They don't want. And dude was like, man, they always bring up the vice president percentage. I said, no, they do not compare the vice president to the president. They don't do that. They never compare what's his name, Mike Pence, to Trump's percentage. Because they didn't want neither. The reason why they keep comparing Kamala and Biden is because somebody's trying to get Kamala in and somebody else is trying to keep Kamala out. Biden's people are releasing these hit pieces on Kamala so they can keep her at bay. Because that's how they saw them percentages, 28% for Kamala. They're like,
that's
damn.
Terrible. I hope y'all know who always behind the curtain, lurking behind the curtain. Look, I hope.
Obama.
No.
Who?
I hope Hillary Clinton is still not trying to be the fucking president.
I don't think so.
Listen, Hillary Clinton is never going away.
Never.
That old bitch.
See, hold on. That's violence against a politician. You're going to get our channel flag. You're not allowed to have violence against a politician.
Okay, I'm going to rephrase it. That old hag.
Yeah, okay, we can say hag.
Ain't never going nowhere. She ain't never going nowhere.
The Democrats have a 2024 conundrum. With their apparent Vice President Harris presenting a maze of questions and complications, let's start with a foundational problem. Her boss, President Biden. The USA Today Sukhoff University poll conducted last week had Biden job approval rating dipping to 38%.
That's terrible.
Terrible.
That's worse than Trump, ain't it?
Yes, with 59% disapproving. Also, 64% of registered voters surveyed opposed Biden running for re-election. Hold on. That man is not running for no. Come on. We all know he's a one-time guy.
President Trump had an interview on Fox, and he said, yeah, what Biden has done is terrible. He's the worst president in history, I believe. But before that, they were saying Donald Trump was the worst president in history. So he says y'all said the standard lowered for me, but the damn standard is at the damn floor. It's underneath the floor now. It's 6 feet under.
The stuff we're going to talk about in this Biden, there's a lot of presidents throughout history. If they were accused of the stuff Biden is doing right now and the stuff in his past, they would have to step down by now. But the media,
I think eventually President Biden is going to have to step down.
No, I'm saying the media would have, you know how much ammo they got on Biden they won't use? They protect
because they waiting to use it when they need to use it.
Furthermore, a mid-October NPR Morris poll revealed that 44% of Democrats and Democratic-leaning independents thought someone else besides Biden would have the best chance of winning the presidency. Maybe now Biden is rethinking his March 25th statement. Well, my plan is to run for re-election. That's my expectation.
We'll talk about later who you think is going to run on the Democratic side for president.
I told you
in 2024.
After all, Biden's expectation might be thwarted by a growing perception that he is a weak leader, not up to the task of governing and shaken by the shellacking Democrats received in the last week's election. Democratic strategists dream of a turnaround after a potential string of legislative victories, but with inflation soaring, their nightmare is the 2022 midterm election, warning of a red tidal wave, with Republicans likely.
They called it a red tidal wave.
So obviously they went through and saying, look, they're going to get whooped, and nobody wants Biden, but they might hate Kamala worse. So what do? When it's time to run again, Kamala, it's going to be a situation where, I'll wait. But we're going to get to that in the next one. And let me show y'all.
Don't jump the gun, dude.
Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, I'm jumping the gun.
Don't jump the gun.
I'm jumping it. But Jimmy Kimmel, the late night show host, he said,
when he gonna get canceled?
This dude came on national television and said that if you're not vaccinated, you deserve to die. And no one.
That once anything. Again, that's when I see you, I'm whooping your ass on site.
He said on television, unvaccinated people, let them die. Don't accept them into hospital. It's okay, but
well, let me tell you something. We have an aunt who's vaccinated, and she just told me today that she thinks she has COVID-19 again. And she actually said her symptoms are headache. Worse than it was last time.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
I thought she said they were not.
No, she did not.
Oh.
All them ears. She said that her
symptoms are worse?
Her symptoms are worse than it was before she took the vaccine.
Tender
That's
pork,
what she said.
tangy pickles.
Yeah, she said it's worse.
Sorry about that. Random commercial started playing. That wasn't an ad. But yeah, let's just see what you had to say about defense of Kamala Harris.
If anything can get the American people fired up, it's infrastructure. So, and Biden is alone. If anything can get the American people fired up, it's infrastructure. So, and Biden is alone. Americans really aren't happy with his vice president, Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris has an approval rating of 28%, which makes no sense because she basically has nothing to do. I mean, it's like.
Did he just say the vice president has nothing to? Okay.
Criticizing a backup quarterback. Tom Brady's okay. I don't love the way Blaine Gabbert has his legs folded on the bench. I have to be honest. Kamala's approval rating of 28% is even lower than the 30% who approved of Dick Cheney in 2008 after he shot.
So Mr. Kimball, right?
Yeah.
Has been assigned to attack Kamala.
No, this is not an attack. This is defense.
Okay.
This is a defense of Kamala.
Oh, defense of Kamala. Oh, he's not gonna be the one to say it's because of sexism and misogynics. Oh, it was his ass that did it. My bad, y'all.
Who approved of Dick Cheney in 2008 after he shot a guy in the face. I think these people are forgetting that at least 10% of those polled approved of Dick Cheney because he shot a guy in the face. I think I know why Kamala's ratings are low, besides sexism and racism, which are the obvious ones. It's because whenever she's next to Joe, standing near him, behind him, she looks like an assassin. She looks like Nebula next to Thanos, ready to, right? Especially with a mask. Hey, Kamala, this guy's being a wise guy. Show him what we do to wise guys. It is surprising that Biden's numbers are so low. The jobs are.
How does she never wear a dress?
Yeah. Yeah, strange.
She always has on a pantsuit just to make her seem more
authoritative, powerful.
Authoritative when she wears the pantsuit. Because her wearing a dress is feminine.
Now, he went into why is Biden's poll number so low? Jobs are up. You know, people's wages are up. All this other stuff. Well,
James,
we're going to go through some examples of people giving their opinion on why Biden's numbers are plummeting. I mean,
stupid wokeness.
First up, James Carville says stupid wokeness costs Democrats at the polls.
I agree.
Now, we're going to go into this. No, we're going to go into this. The term woke has been used by black people since.
Oh, what about the word?
Hold on.
Vote.
Hold on. The term woke has been used by black people since late 1800s, early 1900s. Like, that term woke is not new at all. As a matter of fact, the term stay woke meant you were into you actually knew something. You were into some knowledge, some truth. You were seeking something. You woke. They took woke in the last 4 years and bastardized it and turned it into a cheap, fake. The term fake woke and woke became synonymous. It's just one thing now, just woke.
Just like the other word. What's the other word they be using?
What?
Vote.
Yeah.
I think they turned that word into like it's just like the word. It's just like woke. When you hear people say folk, they kind of just overuse the word like they do woke now.
Yeah. I thought like Gavin Newsom, California dude, used the term folk. And it's like.
I thought black. I mean,
not everybody.
Black people use it.
The term woke has been completely taken and changed to a point where no one wants to associate with it because it's been damaged.
It's toxic.
It's like woke now is believing in anything social, the SJW stuff, the social justice warrior stuff.
Alphabet community.
Yeah, that gender stuff, everything.
Feminist.
That's woke.
Intersexuality.
Woke. Black people use the term woke because it was about black issues.
But they've turned black issues into
everybody else's
issues, which is once again, you're the center.
Yep.
But and everybody around it is the one they focus on.
So black people would say you're woke if you were like somebody who was saying, hey man, they put cocaine in the black community.
Or Nat Turner decided to have a revolution for his people.
Yeah.
That's woke.
Yeah, so these people are all over the place, man. They've taken that word and completely changed the meaning of it, the context of it, and just made it so something most people don't want to associate with it, honestly.
Notice I didn't use the word rebellion. I said revolution.
Yeah, rebellion is a demonizing word. If
somebody say you're rebellious.
When they say slave rebellion, they say they were going against.
But if you say stuff. If they would use the word slave revolution, you would go, oh,
righteous. Rebellion is wickedness. Righteousness is revolution. But yeah. Democratic strategist James Carville calls for woke detox centers, blaming stupid wokeness for Democrats' losses in Virginia.
Well, I could tell you what, sir. Back in the 80s, for the crack epidemic, there were no detox centers. There was lock them up. Who said lock them up? Mr. Joe Biden and Miss Hillary Clinton.
You see, they said, this is the person who said this on Twitter. But our battle cry to stay woke has been around since the 30s. The first time it was used was around the trial of Scottsboro boys. The blues singer Huddy Ledbetter, aka Lead Belly, put on wax for black folks to stay woke or be mindful of what's happening to us. That's what it was about.
Y'all, but when you hear this, that your ancestors and your people were saying this back then, it just lets you know that nothing's new under the sun, and we think because it's in the 30s they were just so different. No, we're just like them. We use the same terminology that they use.
Everything gets rehashed. They said words in the 20s. They stopped saying them, and now we say them. Like the term bread, dough. They said that in the 20s. Yeah. It stopped getting said, and people started saying, give me some, in the 70s, it turned to more, slick talking, give me some of this or that. And then we brought dough and cash back in the 2000s, really in the 90s. But,
Looking at these results, your party, what went wrong?
What went wrong was just stupid wokeness. All right, you don't just look at Virginia and New Jersey. Look at Long Island. Look at Buffalo. Look at Minneapolis. Even look at Seattle, Washington. I mean, this defund the police lunacy to take Abraham Lincoln's name off of schools. I mean, that people see that, and it's just really have a suppressive effect all across the country. The Democrats, some of these people need to go to a woke detox center or something. I mean, that they're expressing a language that people just don't use, and there's a backlash and a frustration at that.
Seems like the Democratic Party is ready to get back to their original party.
Seems like now when he compared the wokeness to defund the police and taking Lincoln's name off of something,
Black Lives Matter,
that's tied to black people.
That's the wokeism.
So he's saying you need to get away from this racial black stuff, which is what he just said in the last video. We need to be obscure with what we say. Benign neglect.
That's why I'm saying
acknowledge you, but do nothing for you.
No, they ready to get back to their original party. They like fuck this.
We started faking.
We tired of faking. We tired of pretending like we like you. We just want to tell you we don't fuck with you, and but we do need your vote.
And then it's just he literally just blamed the black people. He's saying
that's why you gotta pay attention to words when people are talking.
Yeah, he just blamed black people right there, and they all do it. We know, but
the devil is in the details.